Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're well and eating good. Today I have a delicious and healthy pumpkin chicken soup recipe for you guys. So excited because it's, the festive month, Halloween. You can get pumpkins from Aldi or Lidl, and why not? Let's get cozy with it. So I have some onions, some garlic finely sliced, a few bell peppers, half of a yellow, green and red. I think every color is nice. Some potatoes, chicken thighs, mushrooms, of course my beautiful pumpkin, salt and sugar. Mine's pink because it's Himalayan salt. A stock cube, ginger, chili flakes and thyme, which you can use dried. Also have fish sauce. I'll explain more about that later. Chilies, corn and pepper. Let's get in. So I bought my pumpkin from Lidl. Okay, it was really cheap. I don't actually remember how much it was, but I will say if you want to find one, go there. Before we do anything, please put a wet cloth or tea towel underneath your chopping board before you start doing anything. So I'm going to only use half because it's just for me. I'm going to cut it into thirds, and basically at first I thought I was only going to use 2, but I did want more pumpkin in my soup. You can adjust this to how much or how little you want, okay? Next, the easiest way to get out the seeds and that little bit inside is to scrape out with a spoon. It comes out super easily, so just get your spoon and scrape away. Next, I'm going to cut each third into thirds again, so I can cut them into bite-sized pieces. You can cut these as big or as little as you want. I did want them to keep their shape. Pumpkin does cook down and break down a bit, and so I make them a little bit bigger than the rest of the vegetables because it will break down, but it is up to you and whatever you prefer to do. Okay, just please be mindful of your fingers. Watching this made me cringe because I actually don't understand how I could have really cut my fingers off, guys, so please be careful. So I'm going to cut them into bite-sized chunks, and then we are going to peel them. I'm sure there are various methods of how to do this online, but this is just how I do mine, okay? There's no right or wrong way in my opinion. So I just get a paring knife, and I like to go close to the skin but also into the flesh because there is a hard bit of flesh there and I want to take it off. And so I just follow down using my thumb to kind of be a border and like a guideline, and I just do that with everything, and that's pretty much it, okay? And set aside. Next, we're going to make the garlic chips. So in a pan, you just want to put some nice olive oil or vegetable oil, it's up to you. While the oil is still cold, on medium-low heat, you want to add in the thinly sliced garlic. Garlic doesn't have to be too thin, just get it as thin as you can. This oil really does elevate the dish, guys. I feel it adds, I just love garlic, 1, and 2, it really just brings everything together. So on medium-low heat, you'll see that it will gradually start to sizzle up, and in no time it will begin to gain some color. You just want to keep shaking the pan or give it a stir. You don't have to do much with it. You will see it get golden brown, and the thing is, you don't want to keep it in the pan for the color you want. You want to take it out a little bit earlier, so even if some aren't completely brown, that's perfectly okay because they will continue to brown as they cool. Put them on a paper towel, drain them off, and there you have it, some awesome garlic chips. Put this on wings, put this on fries, put this in mash. Oh my god, it's so good. So that oil, do not throw away. That's garlic oil now. It's our oil now. We're going to drain and set some of it aside. Next, we're going to season the chicken thighs. I'm simply using salt and pepper here. I know people get all fussy about that. You think you need more seasoning. Really, it's up to you. I was just feeling salt and pepper and it came out delicious. But you can add or take away more, up to you. It's your soup, okay? So once I've seasoned that, I'm going to use the same pan I used to make the garlic chips and the same oil. I just drained some of it out, and I'm going to place the chicken thighs skin side down. I'm using chicken thighs because I feel, they're juicier. They just have more flavor, a bit more, fat on them. I love meat that's on the bone. But if you were to use chicken breast, I would say skip the step and simply poach because you will dry out the chicken breast. Okay, so leave the chicken skin side down. If you need to add a little more oil, that's perfectly fine. do it if you need to, but don't move the chicken until you get some good color. So I have a little bit of browning there. We're not cooking the chicken through here, so it will still be raw. It's more about getting color, because this is a soup, things boil. Things can go gray and not have much color, and so this just helps everything kind of still look a bit pretty. So when it's nicely browned, you want to put the pot that you're going to make the soup with on and transfer all the chicken and its juices into that pan. That's all flavor, so please scrape it in. I'm so sorry about the angle. I've got a new tripod. I'm still trying to work it out. That sounds like such a YouTube thing to say. Anyway, add a little more oil, and then you want to add in your vegetables. I added in the potatoes and the onions. It cut out, and so I really do apologize for that, but I just added in my potatoes and onions. Give it a stir, and then after 3 minutes you want to add in your peppers. I'm using a mix of peppers here because they all have a different flavor, and I think brings everything to the dish, so I would recommend you use half of all, but you can just use one if you want. Next, I'm going to add in the pumpkin. I'm adding 2/3 of the pumpkin, not all of it, because pumpkin does break down and all the other ingredients will cook faster than the pumpkin, which is fine. So I'm just going to save some to add later, and then let the others break down to make the soup. Next, I'm going to add in that salt and sugar mixture. Again, sugar's for balance, salt is to taste. I will have more details in my blog post, so please check that out. I'm also going to add a Knorr stock cube, because yes, you can use chicken stock here, by the way. You'll see later I'm going to add water, but you can use chicken stock. I love the flavor of fresh thyme, and so that's why I went out to buy some. Again, get it from Aldi, Lidl, very cheap, probably about 50p. Just pick the leaves off or leave the stalks on as well. It's really up to you, but I really add the flavor it gives. Dry thyme can be a bit harsh, but I really love the flavor fresh thyme gives. So I use both, actually. Again, up to you. You don't have to do this. I'm just adding a bit more dried thyme and fish sauce. I know. It smells so bad. It really does, but the flavor is really, really like none other. It has its own level of umami that I just really appreciate. And sometimes in place of salt, I do like to use fish sauce. So I'm going to add some hot boiling water. You can use chicken stock, vegetable stock, whatever you want, guys. But just make sure it's hot if you can, so that it comes to the boil rather than stopping the whole cooking process. So once that's covered, barely, not too much covering with water, because I don't want it to be too watery. I'd rather add more. Then I cover it, let it simmer. I add in the mushrooms, okay, and the corn. Corn only takes about 10 minutes to cook, and the mushrooms, I didn't want them to shrink too much, so I'm adding them later. I also added the last third of pumpkin. My pot was a bit small, so if you can use a bigger pot, but yeah, I topped up with a little more water since I added more vegetables, just to help them get along a bit. I checked the pumpkin that was in there previously. You can see it's already cooked, but by the time the corn and mushrooms cook, it would just disintegrate, and so that's why I add in the last third of pumpkin now. Okay, so just give it a stir, poke it down a bit, prod it a bit, do whatever you have to do, and just cover it, and again, let it simmer. Oh, sorry, no. I add a bit of salt because I did taste, so I'm adjusting seasoning. I did salt, chili flakes, and I think that was it. Make sure you taste for seasoning, guys. It's always important to adjust to your taste. Even I nearly forgot that I added some seasoning, but I did taste it, and yeah, it's good here. So just let it simmer, do its thing, and after about 10 minutes, guys, it's done. It smells amazing in this house. And guys, I had this with some jasmine rice. OMG, it was so, I had a good sleep after I ate this dish. Like, I literally took a nap. It was it was comforting. Those thyme stalks, you can just pull them out, don't eat those. Serve with your chicken on there, get some broth, get an extra bit of pumpkin, and then, you know, oh guys, I'm literally salivating watching this back because it was so delicious. You want to garnish with your garlic chips. They're nice and crunchy now. It's also another beautiful texture that's added to the dish. Drizzle with a little more garlic oil, and it was amazing. It's so simple as well. That's what I love. Simple, cheap, and delicious. Enjoy.